Hey, thanks again for watching another episode of Ducks Quacks at SPC 11. It's been an amazing day so far, don't you think, Chris?
Absolutely, it's a great start to the week.
Yeah, so here with me is Chris Johnson, so I'd let him introduce himself. And then, just want to talk to you about SPC 11, but first tell us who you are, what you do, what your role in the SharePoint world is.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah.
My name is Chris Johnson. I'm a technical product manager on the SharePoint team up in Redmond.
Okay.
And I specifically focus on our developer audience.
Okay.
So basically everything developers need to go build things on SharePoint,
Right.
I'm your man.
Well, talking about developer, this morning during the keynote, there was a great story on NetHope, and you came up and you showed MySPC, which is an awesome platform. But then you kind of went to the technical details of it. You showed Azure, SharePoint Online. So can you talk more about that? Can you talk more about MySPC and what you did for NetHope?
Yeah, sure. So we, in conjunction with NetHope, we wanted to allow all the attendees at the SharePoint conference to participate in us giving away $50,000 as a donation to NetHope. And we wanted people to basically indicate, which of the member organizations that NetHope helps support,
right?
Where their portion of the donation went. So we sort of built an application that hooks in with MySPC. It's all built on Windows and SQL Azure and SharePoint Online, where people can go in and they can research the organizations, they can drill into it and see more information about them, and they can basically vote. And then that vote information gets pushed off into SharePoint Online, and then we have some visualizations and charts that help us see how people are voting, and see how the votes are going, and where everybody's passions lie.
So how are the votes going? Have you checked it since this morning?
Yeah, we have. I just checked in before I came over here. We've got a few hundred, so people are starting to vote, which is great to see. I haven't actually looked at who they're voting for yet.
Sure.
I still need to go figure that out, but people are starting to vote, yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it, like how engaged people are in SharePoint. I mean, the community in general.
Yeah.
We got 7,500 or more people here.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's just through the years, just seeing SharePoint grow. SharePoint's been here 10 years. I've worked with a lot of different technology. I'm sure you have too. Never seen this kind of passion.
Not at all. And, we're the envy of a lot of technology areas at the moment. With the community, the level of community interaction we have. I get people that, either from inside of Microsoft or outside of Microsoft, come and ask what our secret sauce is.
That's right. Who did you pay?
Right, exactly. And they're like, how do we make that happen?
Right.
And, our secret is that we don't force it, right?
Sure.
We try to encourage folks to get involved. We try to support the community as much as we can through various different efforts. But you can't make somebody want to be part of a community.
That's right.
They have to want it themselves, and I think that's why the SharePoint community.
And I think that has a lot to say with the nature of the platform, and collaboration, sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that alone is the evidence of the platform, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's such a diverse platform that not only from a technology point of view, but all the various workloads we have, but also the people that are involved.
Sure.
Right? You get project managers and IT pro people who are plugging in servers and building stuff, and developers who are building software on it, and end users and business managers and all walks of life.
Absolutely.
You go sample the average user at the SharePoint conference, and it's like rolling a dice in terms of their title and skills. So
absolutely.
I think it makes for having a nice, diverse crowd really helps with the community as well.
And you said something that's interesting. You mentioned, I guess, from Microsoft's perspective, or at least from the SharePoint team's perspective, you're not forcing it, but I guess you guys do your best to help facilitate and help the community, I guess, grow more.
Yeah, we certainly try.
So anything you guys are doing specifically to further foster that growth without really pushing it and make it, commercialized like it's a Microsoft thing?
Yeah, I mean, we try to support community activities like the SharePoint Saturday events that go on and so on, and either through sending people along to help talk,
right,
or to go network with folks there and talk to people, or whether we send swag or what have you there. Yeah. Those sorts of things.
Yeah, SharePoint Monkey, that's big.
Right, yeah. They're a huge hit. I think it's making an appearance here this week. So, there's a couple of things that we do through community events like that. But then also some of the more structured kind of programs around our MVP community is obviously hugely influential in our community. And then other things that we try to do, ad hoc. So we ran a Unsung Heroes
That was awesome.
nomination process to send people to the SharePoint conference. And we have a few of those folks here this week.
Good.
There was a couple that couldn't make it for various reasons, but the majority could. And that went down really well. And
That's
people
awesome.
really, I think, felt appreciated.
And I think just with the conference itself, I mean, this is my third SharePoint conference. The very first one was up.
You're a veteran.
Is that my first one was in Seattle, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Twitter, nobody really knows about that.
Yeah.
And then last year, but this year you can see the engagement of social, right? Social media tools like Twitter, Facebook, but more, the SharePoint team itself, the conference team, they engage. And I was really impressed. Somebody asking a question, hey, what about this?
Right.
Then the SharePoint team or conference organization say, yeah, no, go here, do this. That's a great idea. We'll make that work. Just like people are at, when you guys provided the Windows Phone app for my SPC, and people are like, well, what about non-Windows Phone?
We're on it.
Yeah, you're right. We're on it. And yesterday you released at least a web-based version for non-Windows Phone.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
The team listens, and I think that's what the community appreciates.
Yeah, when you have, when we have over 7,500 people here, it's pretty hard to connect with them all one-on-one. And so tools like Twitter and Facebook are, instrumental in trying to, get feedback and, and help folks that are attending the conference and make sure they've got the best experience possible. How
long do you think this fervor and passion would last? I mean, I've seen cycles. Back in the days, there's like the whole, notes, there's community around it, Windows, and there still is, but there's waves and cycles. How long do you think this whole SharePoint fever and the community, the community's still growing. How long do you think this will last?
Well, I think it's a combination of a couple of things. One, you said there are ebbs and flows in any sort of technology, and we're also susceptible to that too. But with a growing product and a growing level of adoption in companies all over the world, there's that driver of people wanting to get involved and wanting to work on the platform and do things with it, and that's really helping. Helping us a lot with bringing people to the community. And so, it's hard to say how long it'll go for, but I hope that, as we come out with new versions of the product and keep the level of excitement up and things about the product, it keeps growing, that hopefully it'll go on for a long time.
It's just so amazing. I have to share this experience with you. SharePoint Saturday, Sri Lanka, last June, I had the opportunity to speak there. Mm-hmm. Awesome passion, awesome crowd. And, never been to Sri Lanka, great country, great food, great curry. So the next day, myself and Michael Noel, I don't know if you know Michael Noel, another MVP, we decided we're going to do a trip to ride elephants, right? So we went to the countryside, and we rented some local car. Mm-hmm. But halfway going through the countryside, the car broke down, right? Now, car broke down, and the guy found some repair shop. We're just sitting there, and Michael says, "I'm going to check it in Foursquare." Okay. Just to be cool, right? And in his Foursquare message, he said, car broke down in middle of nowhere, Sri Lanka. Yeah. And somehow we found the address of the repair shop, so we used that as Foursquare, and he tweeted it. 15 minutes later, some guy was running.
That's incredible.
With his smartphone. He said, Dux, Michael, everything okay? I'm like, dude, what's going on here? I said, yeah, we're okay, what's up? He goes, oh, I saw you tweeted that your car broke down, and I saw you guys SharePoint Saturday yesterday, and I just lived down the road.
That is incredible.
That was you talk about social and community. I mean, middle of nowhere, Sri Lanka.
Yeah, that's incredible. It's amazing that, that there are folks that step up like that. And it's great to see.
And that's what we see in the community, right?
Yeah.
If somebody has a question, they stick it on Twitter. You got folks like Andrew Connell, you got folks like Spence, just sharing their expertise.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the community, like yourself, right, that put tons of time into helping other people and things. And, we really appreciate it. We really, really appreciate all the work that all our community put in helping other people. And, it makes our jobs easier, it makes our lives easier, and it helps spread the SharePoint word. So it's fantastic.
And I think that's what it is. After the keynote this morning, I was walking out. Somebody asked me randomly, said, so what's the one thing you got from the keynote? Mm-hmm. I said, you know what, the one thing that's so powerful, especially with the NetHope video, SharePoint enables people to help people.
Right.
And that's it. In ways that we weren't able to do.
Yeah, it's the NetHope story is really interesting, and we were certainly really proud to stand behind them and help them and
Sure.
do anything we can. And their transition to some of our software running in the cloud is is something that's going to really help them
Yep.
with helping their organizations out around the world, and they can go do great work and help people that way.
Good. So what's that one party you're looking forward to this week?
Just the one?
Just pick one. If there's one. I know in your
Well, my wife is flying down tomorrow,
Oh, okay.
and I'm really looking forward to going on the rides at Disneyland. Of course.
Okay.
It's a tough question to
Yeah,
get.
that's right.
One party. I mean,
Just one party, right?
if you were to say which party each night,
There you
then
go.
it's an easier choice.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to Disneyland. I want to go check out all of the rides and,
Yeah.
talk with a bunch of folks there.
I heard Star Tour is gonna be good.
I'm looking forward to Space Mountain.
Space
personally.
Mountain? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was 11 when I last went on it.
Oh, there
and
you
it
go.
completely freaked me out. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and see
We'll
what's
overcome
like now.
that, right?
Exactly.
Guy, good to talk to you. Good to see you again,
Thank you very
CJ.
much.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and more videos coming on your way.